How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. We're still working on that $450 flip that we did. We got the Bolens mower, push mower. You guys remember that? We got it running, got it going, and sold it. It's gone. Got the log splitter running, and I could have sold it, but I kind of wanted to hold on to it. I'm going to set on it for a little bit until fall, and I'm kind of wanting to trade it. I need a utility trailer, a 6x10 utility trailer, something a little bigger than what I have. And just possibly someone might trade me for that. So that'd be an up trade if I do trade for that. We'll see what happens. Some people will trade instead of giving that cash. But anyhow, we're on the power washer. This is a 2,700 pound power washer. It's a Troy-Bilt with a Briggs & Stratton motor on it. We're going to try it out. This is the double whammy. We got the carburetor to clean, the gas tank to clean, and we got to see if the pump's any good. It's a possibility that we might lose on this one because of that pump. There is cleaning solution in this, and it's staying in there, so I know that part wasn't froze. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's get it tore down and get that carburetor. Pull this out. We're digging down to the carburetor. That's what we want to do. Make sure you're putting your bolts in something that where you won't lose them. Get you a magnetic tray and put them in. And don't forget, if you get to where you can't remember where your bolts go, start taking pictures or a small video. So now once we take that little pan off the top of here, look how much we can see now down in here. So we have our carburetor right here, and this is going to be our throttle right here. We got some wires up in here that goes to the on and off switch. I think this is going to be pretty simple. Okay, now that we got them two bolts out, now we got down to where we can get some more of this off. We want to take the fuel line off. So I'm just going to use a T30, and I just put it on a 1/4-inch ratchet, and that'll work just fine to get these bolts out. And now all we have to do is take our carburetor, and we'll unhook these guys right here, like so. Okay, our carburetor's off and ready to be cleaned. Now we're going to take a 13mm socket, and we're going to break the bowl loose. Be careful with this. It's going to be a little tight. There you go. What I do is I take a little pick and I'll scrape that stuff off. Make sure I get it off of there. Make sure there's no hole going through there. It's a little corroded. Right there. That's your float pin. Put it off to the side. Don't forget, we're keeping everything over here. And then we're going to pull this up. This has our main jet in it that allows our gas to get into our carburetor right here. You can see it. We're just going to scratch it with our little ice pick. You can see it on there. I'll put it on this rag so you can see it a little better. We have a clean white rag. We'll do it right here. See that stuff right there? You may not think that'll hurt your carburetor, but it will hurt your carburetor. Now I'm going to try to get it to where you can see down in there. You can see the spray coming out down inside there. Now go ahead and slide your pin back in your float, like that. So let's get this guy put back on. Go ahead and snug your bolts up after you got them all started. I just broke that carburetor. So that should be a good lesson, huh? I just broke that carburetor. Okay, that's the whole reason why I tell everybody don't tighten everything down too tight. If you look right there, I just cracked that carburetor, and that means this carburetor is no good. And if we wanted to continue fixing this thing, we have to purchase a new carburetor. Let me sit here and kick myself in the butt for breaking that carburetor. Okay, it's been about a week. We ordered a new carburetor off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description down below. We're going to go ahead and get this bad boy back on here, and we're going to see if this thing runs. We know that it was a shot in the dark whether it ran or not before, but now we got money in it now. We got more money into it. The carburetor was not very expensive, but still, it's money. If you're flipping something, you don't really want to spend anything if you can help it. Now our gas tank should just pull right up out of there. Be careful because there's a spacer in behind this. You don't want to lose this little spacer behind your gas tank where that bottom bolt goes. Put your little gas in there. Put your lid on. Hold your finger over the bottom. Give it a shake. Make sure you got a container to put your gas in. Okay, since we have the top off and it's pretty easy to get to that spark plug, we're going to go ahead and change this out. When you get your new carburetor, it comes with a spark plug, so I might as well change it out. Now we got fuel. We're just going to check the oil, make sure there's motor oil in it. Okay, I think we're ready to give this thing a try and see if it'll start up. You guys want to place your bets, go ahead and place them. I'm not sure whether it'll start or not, but it is a gamble. Got a little bit in that carburetor, not much. And I hooked up the water because I don't want to run that pump dry. And I don't, with the pressure in the water hose going into the pump, I don't see any water coming out from underneath. So hopefully we're okay on this. Will it start? That's the big question. I have not started it yet. Just waiting on you guys. So let's do it and see if it'll fire up. Well, did you guys think it was going to start? I wasn't sure. I was a little bit worried about the pump on the bottom of there, but I went ahead and run some water through it first, and I didn't see any water on the floor dripping from that pump. So we took a chance, and we won. That was pretty awesome. It started on the first pull. Now, if you noticed, as that motor was running, when we first started it up, it sounded like it almost was dogging down a little bit when we were power washing. And then after it got going a little while, then it started picking up and really running good. And I think what that is that's the automatic choke on this thing. It was staying choked a little bit. And then once it warmed up, that choke released and opened it up and let it run good. I think that was definitely a win. So we got 3 out of 3 going there. The only thing we got left is the old drill press. Got to get it cleaned up and get it shipped out too. Now I'm curious, what should this thing be worth? I'm thinking between $100 and $125. I should be able to get at least that out of it. I think they might be right around $300 new. So I think between $100 and $125 should do pretty good on this. But as you can see, it washed up nice, cleaned up, great, no problem at all. So now I'll be leaving a link in the description down below for that carburetor. If you guys need a carburetor for a Briggs & Stratton engine, the aftermarket one worked great for me. So I'd like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Till next time.